What's up, guys? We're back again with another podcast. This time it's branded a little bit different. It's not our average shows anymore. It's the goated show now. Amir's just pulled up the horns. I'm with the lovely Amir Zero Line, and I'm with Canna Crypto Pope. What's up, guys?
Hello. It's been a while, gentlemen. It's been too long. It's been way too long.
It has been. I've missed it. Amir, how about yourself? How you doing?
What's up, guys? I'm very happy to be back, man. We've done so many runs, on the different podcasts that we've been involved in. So it's great to be back again, man. And, giving people some wisdom and knowledge again.
You're smiling again, so I'm guessing you're enjoying the Trump pump super cycle gains right now.
Trump is my guy, man. Honestly, I think in the next few days when Trump comes in, there's a possibility we might see a crazy run on the crypto, man. And when I looked at the charts as well, it's like correlating with Trump's entrance to the office. So the market's looking very interesting, man. Honestly, yeah.
It is. It's all cool, but before we jump into the juicy details of everything, it would be great to kind of give an introduction of who we are, what we talk about, and why we're here now on the space. I can see you guys commenting as well, and everyone in the Cryptoverse private Telegram. Just share the space. Anyone that's watching on Twitter and X, make sure you retweet, make sure you like, set your notification bells on for when we go live next week Sunday as well. But yeah, no, I'm just going to give a brief introduction on who I am, how long I've been in the space, and what we plan to do here today. So as you guys know, Remy been in the space since 2017. I've been enjoying an up and down crypto life cycle. I'd say it's added some years to my age. It's been stressful for sure, but right now it's full of gains, full of excitement, full of joy. I've met so many nice people along the way. When I first jumped in the space in 2017, the first thing that I actually bought was Litecoin. That was I thought Litecoin was going to be like the next Bitcoin. I thought it was just like the silver version of Bitcoin, but yeah, no, we're currently in 7 years, 2025 now, so it's 8 years deep. And yeah, we're enjoying some meme coin gains now. It's crazy though, because to jump from institutional coins such as Litecoin and XRP to now, degenning in so many coins right now, it's being hectic, but I've enjoyed a up and down crypto life cycle, as I mentioned. In 2022, in the bear market, in 2021 is when we came back to crypto. We enjoyed 2017, 2018. There was a bear market, and then obviously everyone knows what happens in the bear market. We jumped back in the bull cycle 2021. The first thing I hit was Shiba Inu. Hit that around 10 mil market cap, ran it all the way up to $4 billion market cap. Which was insane.
Was a god candle.
It was crazy. And at the time we only had a WhatsApp group chat at that time, and that was full of maybe 20 or 30 members that actually enjoyed those gains. But now we've got a Cryptoverse Telegram with 600 members now, so it's wow, it's been crazy. Yeah, and not just that, I've been introduced to the Bored Ape Yacht Club as well, and winning a mutant ape in a competition from JF, who had at NFT _, on Instagram. They've got 1 million followers. Won that competition. There was 20,000 people on Spaces. 20,000 people actually entered in the competition, and I actually won a mutant ape that was given away by Nelk Boys as well, and Tory Lanes and some wild names as well. So yeah, I've been blessed in this space, and now we're trying to bless others as well. How about yourself, Amir? How long you been here?
Yeah, my name is Amir, guys. Great to be here. And some people call me Mr. Goated. I've been in the space, same as Ryan, since 2017. And I started the space by buying XRP as my first token. And I mentioned this before in the couple of podcasts as well. Before in 2017, there wasn't a lot of exchanges around. There wasn't any Binances or other, popular exchanges that people use to easily exchange their money. So I had to go on this dodgy website. I had to send them, I don't know, $300 to $500, hoping that they send the tokens to my wallet. And they ended up sending the tokens. I bought XRP at 24 cents 2 weeks before the major run towards the $2 and $3 area. So I literally saw my money like more than 10x in like a span of 2-3 weeks. And ever since then, I was hooked to the space and I wanted to learn more and more and more. So me and Ryan, we went through a lot of ups and downs in the space. We learned a lot from others. And, there wasn't a lot of educational tools back in the days as well. So you had to really jump in and learn it by yourself. So in my opinion, a lot of people these days that are in the space are very blessed to be here, especially our community. They got the likes of us and some great other experienced, members that they can learn from and, elevate their knowledge and go to the next level, And I've been a trader since 2017. So it's been around, I would say, 7 years. And I'm a profitable trader now. And I trade mostly currency futures and crypto. And I'm the co-founder of CRYPTOVERS with Ryan. And I'm also a co-founder of a company called Zero Line. And we provide trading analytics. And, there's a lot of that I can't really say is the secrets, but yeah, we're up to something at the moment in the trading space. And, I have a huge passion for trading, and hopefully I will be able to share my knowledge with you guys, and hopefully you'll enjoy and you ask your questions as well. I'm willing to answer all your questions as well.
Dope. Do you have anything more to say, or is that you?
Ball drop. Say, bah. Let's get started.
How about yourself, Canna?
Oh, wow. Where do we start? What do you want to know? I'm the old man in the group. I'm actually fighting a cold. Otherwise, I'd have my camera on. You don't want to see my ugly face at the moment right now. But I started trading very early on in the early 90s. Obviously was not being trading crypto around then. I was trading stocks back in the days when you had to get your tickers out of a newspaper. There was not this thing on the internet to get all your data. I was very early in the, the Wall Street bets community when it was just a few people. Was part of all of the Roaring Kitty days. And then I got into crypto. And I do this full-time not full-time. I do this very part-time as a living, but I don't have any other job. And I've found a lot of success in crypto. I've helped develop algorithms that I know you guys use for your trading as well. Been in the market for quite some time and love it. And I love sharing and helping people change their lives with all this stuff out there and understanding how to be smart, successful traders. I'm trying to think how long we've now been trading together and known each other. It's been quite a few years, and it's been epic, and it's great to get back on the streams. I know I took the last 8 months off-ish, almost 9 or 10 actually, because I moved to Vietnam. So I'm sitting in Da Nang, Vietnam right now and enjoying it. It's late at night for me, but looking forward to the analysis on the market cap, what's going on with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, the hottest new memes that are coming up that we've got to share with you. I'm looking forward to the show, guys. It's been too long. It's been way too long. And if you are listening on any of these formats, we are streaming through Twitter under NFAOFC, under Remy Rye, and under CRYPTOVERS. We're also streaming to YouTube on NFAOFC and CRYPTOVERS YouTube all at the same time. Any of your comments I see, I can put them up on the stage. So if you do have any questions or if you want to say anything, just make us a comment and we'll get to it throughout the show. That's pretty much it, unless you guys have questions or anything you can think of.
I just want to say before we start, Canna is me and Ryan's one of our mentors, and we learned a lot from Canna, man. We learned so much, honestly. Like, when it comes to trading, you have loads of mentors, and you have to bring all the knowledge together to create your own method of trading. And one of the top methods that Canna taught me, I still use in my trading, and it helps me a lot with my own market analysis. So I'm very thankful for him. I'll always mention it to him as well, man. I'm always going to be thankful to him.
Agreed.
Appreciate
Canna's a
it.
legend.
Legend, man. Legend.
Agreed.
I'm
He's
blushing,
given
but can't see it.
Grandmaster.
he's given a humble introduction, but we'll get him on camera next week, hopefully. Okay, cool. Let's jump into kind of the juicy stuff. I'm sure people want to find out what's going on in crypto right now, as we already mentioned. Amir, what have you got for us?
Yeah, I'm going to be sharing the screen right now. Can you see my screen, guys?
We
can see
can,
it.
brother.
Yeah, can you see my face as well?
We
Looking
can.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, right now, guys, we're looking at the total crypto market cap. This is the chart. Is my favorite chart. It's like the top, the most, useful chart that I used in the crypto space before I start to place any trades in the market. And this is the weekly view of the chart. So as you can see, I've marked up the year where the previous bull run ended, which was around the November time 2021, and I've marked up the beginning of this year over here. So let me get my pen out so you can see. Okay, so I've marked up the previous bull run ended on that date, November 21, and I marked up the start of this year, and I marked up the end of this month, which was December going to January. Okay, I'll put a zero line on when the top of the market was in the previous bull run, right here, which we broke recently in October of 2024. And I've also marked up the monthly close, which I will show after this one. So this current monthly close and the yearly close right here. Okay, so we had the start of the year, and we had the previous yearly close of 2023. And as you can see, guys, we went through this bear period where investors sold off their assets. They came out of the market. There was a period where there was a lot of people that were stuck in positions, but there were some smart traders that were selling these tops. They knew that the bull run was over. And then we went into an accumulation period where the market moved in a sideways formation. And as you can see from the volume, this is the volume right here. As you can see from the volume, there was a decline in volume in the market, and then we came into an equilibrium type of volume. And then, as you can see, this is the volatility. So this is what I use for volatility is ATR, and it shows you what the returns are, the probability of your returns, and how quick the market moves, and how the length of the candles in the market. So because we're on the weekly candle, every single one of these candles represents 1 week. So as you can see, as we went through the weeks, there was a decline in volatility as well, until we came into equilibrium where the volatility was in a constant place. And RSI as well. RSI also was declining. It went down all the way to the 30% area, all the way from the 80%, 70% to the 30% area in a very short period of time. We retraced back to 50%, and then it went even for a deeper pullback back into the 30%, in the 20s. And that was the indication that the market was very, very oversold. And that's where some smart investors started picking up these prices as well. So we saw volatility increase in this area, and we saw the accumulation period, which was ended right at this time here, which was the 30th of October. And then since the 30th of October 2023, we started going through. Let me delete this. This is supposed to be done. We went through a period of expansion. So the accumulation was over. We went through a period of expansion where the price expanded. And you can see from the 10 and 20 EMAs right here, you see these lines, blue and red. The blue line represents the 10 moving average, and the 20 represents the 20, and the red represents the 20 moving average. And it started moving upwards as well, like expanding and moving upwards. And it was an indication that the price was moving from one destination, one spot, to another spot. And then we went through a period of reaccumulation again right here, and we got another burst and expansion of the market, and then we broke all-time high here, and we created a new high. We went into a price discovery, and investors thought that this is a good spot to take profit, and that's why we saw a bearish candle print, and we're now seeing some consolidation in this area. So now that we know where we are in the market, so we've broken out the all-time high and we are consolidating, we're going to move on to the, I'm going to show you the daily and the hourly time frames. Let me delete all of the drawings. Let me just delete this period. Sorry. So as you can see, guys, I have this vertical line drawn over the last candle of the month, the starting candle of the month, okay, the opening, and I've got a zero line here drawn over the close of the previous month. Okay, so as you can see, guys, as the month started, this month of January started, we had multiple bullish candles printing. There was a lot of buyers interested in these prices. They were buying. There was a lot of demand, and the volume was also above the 10 moving average. So this one is the 10 moving average. 10 moving average is basically telling you the average of the 10 previous days or previous candles. So in this case, days. Or if the current candle is above this line, it's telling us that we are the volume is above the 10 average. Okay, so the previous 10 days, and that's indicating that it's bullish. You want to get into the market. You want to risk your money into the market. Okay, and then we had a slight retracing candle in this area, and then we had another burst bullish candle. And then on the 7th of this month, we had some fundamental news, some economic news for the USA, which was the non-manufacturing PMI, and it came out as 54.1. Anytime the non-manufacturing PMI number is above 50, it's good for the US economy. Non-manufacturing PMI is basically how busy the retail sector is, the hospitality sector is, all the other sectors in the United States, and it's shown as positive. US job opening was also positive. It came out as 8.1. It was in the 7 millions in October. So in November, it became 8.1. And it told us that there was a lot of vacancies available in the United States. Jobs were available. A lot of jobs were opening. And that was bullish for the US dollar. And the reason that crypto dumped in this area was because investors thought that the Fed, because the US economy is healthy right now, is showing healthy signs, the Federal Reserve is going to keep the interest rates the same, or it's going to even increase the interest rates. So investors thought that in other sectors of the market, which are more safe than crypto, they might gain more money. So they came out of the market. There was short-term decline in price. And then after a few days, price went under the monthly zero line. And then we had another burst up, which indicated to us that investors don't want this area to, we don't want to go below this area, right?
Another thing to always remember in December, right? A lot of people do sell-offs for taxes. They know they got bills coming up, or they have to harvest some tax loss for that tax year. So December typically is kind of a shite month to begin with. And that was also part of that representation. And I don't think the economic news that you pointed out there helped. You know, I think it gave that downwards pressure a little more boost as well. I totally agree. Loving your analysis, man. I think you're spot on so far.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. And yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely. December is the period where investors take their money out for Christmas period. So money exits the market. And January is the period that historically fresh money enters the market. So money is printed and you just push into the market again. And in 17th of December, we had this massive sell-off. And it looks like we literally retrace back to that sell-off again. So there could be a period here where we will consolidate in this area. As you can see, we got some bearish candles, but the volume is rising. The interest is rising in the market. The volatility is also rising. And we are also in a high demand area. So we are above 50% on the RSI. We're still high in demand. And if I draw a box on the current day that we're in right now, which will show on the hourly time frame, right there, it looks like we are in a period of consolidation. And on the hourly as well, we had this sell-off in this area, and we had this next sell-off, which was around this area, which was a major sell-off. Look at this. We're literally in that area again. So we could have short-term decline in prices and potentially retest this area again, 3.5, or worst case scenario, 3.3 if something happens in the market. So that could be an area of interest that we could get in.
I found it fascinating. That nobody really talked about when we hit our all-time high in the crypto market cap. You didn't really see that anywhere. you know, and that was huge, you know, getting to those, you know, high threes, and now that's acting as resistance, as we're clearly seeing lately. And I think once we're in this accumulation phase that we're in here, once we retest above it, that's where we're going to see the major money dump in.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to rock it.
Yeah,
Come on, 2025.
It looks very bullish to me, in my opinion. You know, the market looks very, very bullish. It really does. What you think, Ryan?
So I agree with all the sentiments as well. I think realistically, what we've seen historically, December period is like you said, a lot of people, a lot of investors will be taking money out for Christmas. A lot of things that we started to see as well with you know, assets that were not necessarily just in crypto. We started to see the stock market start to go down as well. There were other, you know, correlations with different investment forms that were starting to go down, and I think a lot of people were kind of like preparing maybe for like an increase in price for Trump's inauguration, which is obviously tomorrow. So a lot of people that were in the market still, they were like ready to load back up again, maybe taking some profits. They knew that after inauguration, more than likely things will start to rise again as well. So I think January, like you said, is more, you know, investors have a bit more, you know, comfortability entering the market because it's start of the year, it's a fresh year, and 2025 is the peak cycle. That's what we expect. And not just that as well. There's so many, you know, theories and factors that go into it. Like I have my own. I'm a conspiracy theorist with some of the things that I say. But yeah, no, there's definitely some factors that I can see that, you know, are pointing towards more bullish momentum in the market. And yeah, no, I think realistically we'll probably, my first target was to kind of like get out by like the summer. Like I thought that was like where, you know, we'll kind of see like the peak top. But again, like everyone says, is you can't really time that top. So it's best to kind of like ladder out slowly when you start to see top indicators. But right now there are signs for upwards movement. So
there's an argument to be made here that I've been hearing and I've been thinking about on that concept is, you know, how it always reflects the previous cycles, and now going through a few different bull cycles. This one is so different because we do have institution. And so it's really going to be interesting to see how institution and retail play a market in this bull run. Last time, institution was anti-crypto and it was retail. Now it seems like it's institution, the OGs, and we're waiting for retail. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic in this shift. So for me personally, I'm really curious to see if it's the traditional go away in May and then come back in September, the summer downs that correlate with the stock markets and things like that. It's so different this time with the ETFs, the BlackRocks. Now we have big boy manipulation in. You know, before it was the cabal manipulation, for lack of better terms. Now we have the corporate machine, the cabal, and we're waiting for retail. And we're starting to see that happen. I mean, Trump coin is a prime example. You know, that's unprecedented in all of crypto for how fast of a launch, how many holders, and then obviously the exponential growth. And that's just going to create even more so, I think. What a lot of people were mad in the sense that when he did it, it obviously flushed out a lot of the alts and a lot of the liquidity in the market into that. But on the flip side of that coin, they had how many new users join the crypto market through MoonPay and bring in new money as well. So, and then that if they're seeing these gains, it's just going to spark more interest, more desire into the whole market in and of itself.
Completely agree with you. Like there's so many factors within this, like the strategic Bitcoin reserve, which, you know, Trump and, you know, a lot of other countries kind of like want to adopt. heading into it. And then of course we start to see more people looking at Michael Saylor as well and what he's doing with MicroStrategy and, you know, repurposing debt to buy Bitcoin. There are a lot of companies now that are all kind of like looking at that strategy that Michael Saylor's picked up and thinking maybe they can do the same as well. So the institutions are definitely starting to kind of like, you know, peak interest into Bitcoin and not just Bitcoin. There's other assets out there as well that are doing the same things as well. But I think, you know, the main core purpose of Bitcoin, like I think we've all said, is like not to repurpose gold, but it's to kind of like be the digital gold. And I think that's what's kind of like the main kind of like purpose and the main push for this year as well. Like I seen again, there was like Saylor's Bitcoin purchase streak continues amid inauguration buzz as well. So there's news articles that are kind of like, you know, starting to pick these things up, and like that's just on my Twitter trending that I'm seeing. So I'm sure there's other places and other media outlets that are kind of like picking the same things up as well.
And he doesn't care when he buys. That's what I find fascinating. He just buys whenever he wants. It might be slightly down, it might be a top.
He's DCAing backwards, basically.
I mean, because it's backward DCA.
Backward DCA. He's futuristic, looking futuristic time frame. You know.
And I think now with more country adoption, corporate adoption, we've already started to see, you mentioned there earlier in your analysis there, Amir, that, you know, it started in 2023. And I can remember when we were in groups together talking about it, I would tell people, accumulate, we're in a bull run. And everybody thought I was nuts. They're like, dude, we're in a bear market. I'm like, no, we're not. You know, because everybody's used to moonbags. They're used to a bear market being just that last 20% of the market. You know, we've been in a bull market now for some time. You know, it starts with the accumulation phase of higher highs and higher lows.
You can show the chart if you want. I've got it up right now.
Yeah, I'll add that to the stage, brother.
You can show the chart right now.
You're on screen. I agree, Juan Gonzalez sent everything so much fucking higher. It's gonna happen, brother. It's gonna happen. Your screen's on there, Amir.
Oh, I thought you were going to be speaking about this. You know, just so you can share it.
Oh no! I just give my 2 cents.
Because you would have been better visual, you know.
Is for a call later in the show when we get into the calls.
Well, if you want my opinion, we're clearly in a bull run, and we are above the yearly zero line as well. So the yearly close. So that is indicating that we're in a bull run right now. The price is uptrending, it's expanding, and the EMAs are also expanding as well. Further, you know, confirmation.
Cool.
We can move.
I mean, doing Bitcoin, ETH, Solana. Let's go with the big boys.
Okay, with Bitcoin and the rest, I'm just going to show you guys the daily and the hourly because we know what the total is right now, so there's no point. And I'm going to do this guy with you guys. Okay, I'm going to do the steps with you guys. So as we can see, we do have a bullish candle at the moment, but it is a consolidating candle. So the open and close are very close to each other. But I'm going to put it as bullish. So the current day in the market on Bitcoin is bullish. Are we above the 10 and 20 EMAs? Yes, we are. And so price is still holding above it. So we are above the last 10 days on Bitcoin. So we're still bullish right now. We're expanding right now. Is the volume above average? No. It's not. Volume at the moment is below average, indicating to us that the volume it's not there right now. The money has been exited from the market, and it's weekend as well. To be fair, it's Sunday, so I wouldn't expect a lot of volume on a Sunday or a Saturday. So we got Saturday and Sunday. I don't expect it. Now it's going to be bearish. I have to change it. And volatility also for Saturday and Sunday was below average as well. But on Friday it was really high. Volume and volatility was really high. We are still above 50% on the RSI, so there is still a lot of demand in the market. And on the current day, we can see that it is indeed consolidating because we have a consolidating candle. See that? It's not high or it's not low, so it's just in the middle. It's just consolidating. So in this condition, you really want to just observe the market and see what kind of discounts the market gives you. You know, on the 1 hour, We got a few demand zones in this area, like that could be points of interest. We got this area here, which we could retest again. You know, we got this consolidation at the bottom of this consolidation that we could retest again. So price could literally come back down to this area and retest and go up again, or it could go for a deeper pullback and go up. Who knows?
Well, the cool thing right now, what's going on with Bitcoin is on the 15-minute time frame, the price is dropping. Why is that good? Because dominance is dropping and the total market cap are going up at the same time. So right now we should be seeing a run in our alts. That's exactly what produces an alt run. And another great thing, if we look at Bitcoin on a 3-day time frame, I don't need you to switch to these, but if we look at on a 3-day time frame, we're $5,500 away from our all-time high, which we know that's nothing for Bitcoin. But what we had when we were at this consolidation accumulation level here between the 90,000, 92,000 and the 110 is we had critical greed. And that's what that blue dot is on your yellow candles there, and how those candles are yellow. That's one of NFA OFC's indicators. And what we did is we've shaken that critical greed off. So we've reset our RSIs, we've calmed down the market, and we're at the top of the range. So now what we want to see, obviously there's going to be some more fights to get above it and retest above it. But when we do retest above it, that's when it's going to do that quick, massive green pump, maybe a quick 120, 128. And then, of course, it'll pull back. And then everybody's going to announce the sky is falling and the bull market's over. But seeing a little bit of pullback right now in dominance, seeing a little pullback in the actual price, and seeing our total market cap, that is very healthy for our alts. Sorry to interrupt, brother.
Yeah, I was actually going to go to the Bitcoin dominance as well. Dominance is indeed dropping today. If you can see from the daily candle, we have a bearish daily candle, and the sell volume is really high. It's like the highest ever since the start of the month as well. The volume in this area, which is very interesting. It means that there's a lot of sell pressure. So Bitcoin is losing dominance really fast today. And volatility is really high as well. It's the highest since the start of the month. We are hovering in the 50% region, so there is slight consolidation. It's indicating that we might be in a period of consolidation, but we are hitting demand zone right now, and we could have slight upward movements for now because it's Sunday as well. But tomorrow potentially we could see, a big drop in the dominance. If this continues, if this selling pressure continues, and because of that, Ethereum is pumping, of course, because Ethereum is an altcoin, and anything besides Bitcoin is going to be pumping when the dominance drops. And as you can see from here, look at the volume, man. It's the highest volume ever since the start of the month as well on Ethereum, which is the indicator of an altcoin. It's the queen of all altcoins. You want to look at Ethereum to see how the altcoin market is looking, and volatility is again high on Ethereum, and the hourly on today as well. It's bullish. We're above the monthly zero line at the moment, and the price is starting to expand. The EMAs are starting to expand as well.
You talked me into it. I'm going to share a screen here. Something that I've been watching, and I just got this ready. So this here is your Bitcoin dominance on the 3-day, and you can see we have been in this channel heading up. And when we had that nice alt push here, that last week of November going into early December, and everybody's like, the bull market's here for alts, we're on an alt run. And I was saying, no, we're not. And people were like, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, we're not in an alt cycle yet. Look at this bottom trend here. We haven't even broken this green line as your 200 EMA. Right? So if you thought this area in here was juicy as an alt run when we were in the end of November, early December, and hopefully people took profits, and I told people to take profits on Twitter. I lost a few followers for that, saying that, it was going to reverse because we didn't break. It came right down on that wick, right down in here. and then we've gone up. And right now we're fighting to get below the median and then fighting down. And when that happens, when we break this bottom channel, then we're in our alt cycle, and you're going to see face melting gains. It's going to be ridiculous. And I think it's going to be bigger this year because we have the institutions and retail. This is probably going to get some retail attention with this Trump thing. And I'm just going to quote Juan one more time here. Send everything so much.
Agreed. No, I kind of wanted to kind of just jump in as well. I don't know if you can share my screen quickly just so I can give a brief explanation of what might have happened today.
Cool. You're on, brother.
So when we look at, Solana, and we look at Ethereum, we look at some of these other coins, there was kind of like a mixture in, how, the volume was going. We started to see Solana start to kind of like take a lot of the volume through Trump coin coming all of a sudden out of nowhere. And realistically, it's one of those things where we think that a lot of the coins that we are seeing now are going to find a rotation in capital. So yeah, if I just talk about what happened with ETH today, Donald Trump's crypto project World Liberty Fi purchased another $14.66 million worth of Ethereum. And if we look at some of the timescales on when you saw that big green spike in Ethereum volume, it would have been within the same period. And a lot of people are following Trump, they're following the institutions right now. And a lot of people actually started to think that Ethereum was going to go down because Trump actually only launched his token on Solana, and they thought, yeah, Ethereum's finished. But no, that's not the case. As Canna says, as Amir says, alt season isn't here yet. When you see alt season kicking, Ethereum is going to print. It is going to make some face melting gains, as Canna says. It's gonna, kind of. I expect it to go towards the all-time high and kind of like break that, probably like smash it really, especially if we're looking at how Bitcoin's gone up and how far Bitcoin's gone. So I think realistically, this is one of those things where we kind of like want to understand what World Liberty Fi are doing and what they're buying, because this is Trump's, this is Trump's organization. So, Trump is trying to kind of like get everything, not just Ethereum, but TRX as well. Seeing them actually.
You should follow World Liberty Fi there on the right, because that's his actual organization, World Liberty Financial. Yeah, that's what's doing all this crypto stuff for him.
Yeah. So follow those guys. Make sure you've got them followed. Amir, do you want to take away with Solana potentially?
Yeah. So we done ETH. So we know that ETH is gaining some momentum, as you can see from the volume. Let's now go to another blockchain. So ETH was the main blockchain. We're gonna go to Solana now. Solana as well is going crazy. Look at the volume, man. Ever since the 17th and the 16th of Jan, the volume has just gone haywire.
I wonder why.
It's like a major coin just was launched on the Solana blockchain.
$28 billion in volume today.
I haven't been able to get Solana off of Blowfin. I've heard a couple other exchanges that had to halt. Binance had to halt Solana withdrawals just because of the congestion on the network. So it's pretty crazy. It's showing you how powerful and how shit of a blockchain it is. How powerful this leads to be and to coins for sure.
Yeah, agreed.
And that is an all-time high. And that's another thing I didn't see people, yeeting on X or Twitter or whatever it's called now, is that Solana made its all-time high. The Trump token took all the gas out of that parade for them. But for all the Solana fans that have been holding since $12 after the FTX crash, that one's for you.
Exactly. That was terrible period for crypto. Just one of those, isn't it? Yeah, as you can see, Solana on the daily, we got a bullish candle. Hopefully we get a bullish candle close. And it is slightly starting to slow down. As you can see on the hourly, we did have expansion here. And now the EMAs are starting to curl and they're starting to face down. And the candles on the hourly are starting to go under the EMA. So there's a lot of selling pressure now in the market. We could potentially see some consolidation in this area. And then either it moves further down for a pullback, or it just goes crazy, and it's literally like this, what I've drawn here. I mean, it's like a candle that goes like this. So we'll see. We're gonna go to Ryan's favorite coin. Ryan?
Yeah, UFD.
Should I switch it? Are you ready?
Go on.
All right, we got UFD, man. UFD has gone crazy. For this one, I didn't draw the vertical on the monthly open. I drew it on for this week's open, so from the Monday, 13th of January, so we can see what happened this week on this chart. And as you can witness, we've had multiple bullish candles. We had a retracing candle here with low volume, though. It was like a pullback, like a minor pullback. But after that, we had high volume candles come printing in the market on the daily. So every day was bullish, and today was also. When I did this analysis before the podcast, the volume was low. It was below the average, but now it's gone above. So there's still volume in this area, and I think price is targeting 450. The reason I chose 450 was because it was one of the Fibonacci retracement levels at the top. I think it was 2. I'm not pretty sure. I can't remember exactly what it was. Well, 450 was like an area of interest where psychologically people might take huge profits in this area. So I'll keep an eye on that area. And if you look at volatility as well, volatility in this area has been high this week. It's all been above average, high volatility. That means if you had jumped in this coin at the start of the week, you'll be in great profit. You will be gaining great returns on your investments because of the length of the candles that you've been getting, like the very long candles at the moment. And RSI is showing overbought, but it is above 70%. But on the positive side, it is showing us that there's high demand in this coin. So we want to wait for pullbacks and potentially get into this coin. I don't want to be buying this high. I wouldn't personally buy this high because it's starting to get into an overbought area, and I want to have good risk to reward in my trades. I want to buy at value, basically. I don't want to be buying at the top where everyone's going to be selling on me. I don't want to become exit liquidity. I would wait for a slight pullback, potentially in this level, potentially in this level. These are the demand areas on the hourly. So we could have potential pullbacks under the weekly zero line and go up again. Who knows? But as I said, there's high demand, so anything could happen in this coin.
Yeah, agreed. If I can share my screen, I know that my camera's kind of like just gone out of whack, so I'll fix that in a second. But yeah, no, it's someone's literally said a new paradigm, which is quite funny. I found this funny. Phase 1, instead of Bitcoin, remove Bitcoin, and Trump is now the indicator for the money flow, which goes into Solana. Forget about large caps, and then we go straight to the
Miles. If your guys are listening, Miles is a great person to follow. He's had some amazing calls this year. And speaking of following, make sure you are following Remy Rye, Mr. Goated, CryptoVerse, myself, Canna, Crypto Pope, NFAOFC, because we're going to be doing this every Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. And even if I just speak about Unicorn Fart Dust as well, like, the community is absolutely insane. We've had so many people like join our group from Unicorn Fart Dust, and it's testament to what the community is. We've got 718 people listening in right now, which is crazy. Shout out to you guys that are turning up on the Sunday. But even if we just look at the community and look at my page, like, I think when I first bought, Unicorn Fart Dust, I think maybe my following may have been like 11k followers, but as soon as it come out, it's like 15k followers now. So the community is absolutely insane. And even if we look at some of like the mind share that's going on now in crypto and the meme coins, Trump's number 1, of course, 67.67k mentions, which is absolutely insane. Dodge is number 2, of course. It has to be. The third is Pepe, but number 4 is UFD. And if you look at the market cap of UFD and compare it to the SHIBs and the fart coins, which are in the billions, the mind share of UFD means that it has to go much higher. It has to go much higher. But no non-financial advice, of fucking course. That's the slogan that we have to abide by. But yeah, no, the UFD community, look into that for sure. That's something that you kind of like want to look into. And Amir, I don't know if you've got anything for Trump, but I've got the Trump screen up now, so I don't mind.
Before we move on to Trump, can we show some analysis that I sent to Major's Lounge about UFD when it was at the highs, and I told everyone it's going to have pullback? We can go through some of them. Yeah.
It's
You want to
on
share my
there,
screen,
brother.
please, Canna? Can you see?
Sup. He's
It's
got
up.
it.
Can you see? Yeah.
Yeah, we
He's
can
got
see
you.
it.
All right. So on the 19th of December, which was literally a month ago, look at that. UFT was on the highs, and I was telling everyone, guys, don't become exit liquidity. Wait for dips. And I drew some areas of interest, and and this was done through Fibonacci. So the 120 million, 76 million, and the 42 million area. And I'm gonna just go through all the analysis that I sent. So this was on the 20th. The next day, it was starting to come down, and this was on the same day. It reached the second level, and then as we moved down, it kept on coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down to these levels here, and that's when I started buying. As soon as I reached this area of accumulation, I started buying heavy in this area, and then ever since then it just went put up. It went like this, and and I've been sending some trades as well, some scalps to the group as well. So this was one of the trades that I took from the levels that I sent in the chat. I told everyone wait for this level, and then as soon as it hit that level, I got in and I caught 11% trade. So this is the type of value that we give to the group. If you join our community, we post a lot of valuable stuff for you guys to get ahead of the herd, get ahead of the sheeple, as a Canna would say, right?
We lost Remy. Brought him back up.
Did we?
I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
I don't know where you disappeared to. You got rugged, buddy. You got rugged.
You had to bring me back up. I had to restart my camera. I mean, it said webcam's off, so I was like, okay, cool. Let's bring the webcam back on. But of course, yeah, Unicorn Fart Dust. We caught that in our Cryptoverse group chat at $6 million market cap, and then it just ran all the way to 430 mil market cap. Which is insane. It's just under 100x, and went in with size. Enjoyed the gain so far. We're trying to hold that for as long as possible, but of course take profits along the way. There's always points in the market where it could always come down, and please don't over leverage yourself in meme coins, especially Trump coin, which I do have on my screen right now. Which will be great if you can get that shared. Thank you, Canna. I think with this coin, it's something that we had in our group chat. I think it was $1.7 billion market cap. With what you're looking at right now is you're looking at 80% of the supply, which is currently locked. So the actual true value right now is 12.93 billion, which is insane. Even still, it's only been a day and a bit of Trump coin. And shout out to Val. Val was the first person who actually sent it into a private Telegram group chat. Caught it at 1.8 billion. I caught it at $2 billion. Right? Yeah, I caught it at $2 billion, and I rolled it. I took my profits around the 30 billion and rotated everything back into UFD around 190, 200 mil. Missed these gains, but I'm still in UFD, so I kind of like caught back up some of the gains, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, shout out to Val. I don't know if he wants us to share this story, but he made just under $1.5 million from Trump, and he went in quite big, quite low. And testament to a guy, a man of his word. He actually gave me a decent sum of his profits as well, so that I can keep this show running. So shout out to Val. He's a legend. Everyone in the Cryptoverse private Telegram group chat are legends as well. And we hope to get some of you guys up here, maybe for like a guest appearance one day.
Sure.
But yeah, Trump coin, this is something that it caught us all by surprise. We didn't know if it was official, we didn't know if it was legit. It launched at 3 a.m. in the UK time. Luckily I was awake. I don't know how I was awake. I was able to catch it. Nice. And which is actually insane, and I think this is something that's going to happen. We're seeing Mr. Beast kind of like talk about him launching his own crypto coin as well. Maybe it'll be on Solana, maybe it'll be in another chain, but we're going to start seeing some big figures come into the space. Maybe we even see Elon coin. I don't know how crazy that will go. That will probably an official Elon coin. That will probably be
not there's even a meme Mr. Beast official in this thing.
Yeah.
It's just it started it all.
It did. And with this is something that I kind of like look at, and I'm like, okay, how many people does this onboard? And for me, you know, I've been in meme coins for quite some time. We will see a lot of people take millions from this, as mentioned, but you know, it will always keep its value because it's actually Trump's coin, and it will always onboard new users as well, and it will just keep rotating. That capital is just going to keep rotating, and what that will actually do is it will pump other Solana meme coins as well to actually go up in market cap value. There are a few meme coins out there that you probably may want to be paying attention to that might spike up in his inauguration. You know, this is something that we caught in the private group chat in Telegram, which was God bless America. We know Trump's going to say that. Of course, he's going to say God bless America. Not saying to buy it, non-financial advice, of course. You know, we are degens. I do have a 20K entry on this as well. So please always be advised that, you know, this could always just go back down to zero because it's a meme coin at the end of the day. There's hardly any liquidity. It is a share. It's 171K market cap, but my bet's on Elon. Not even Elon. Elon might say God bless America, but Trump is definitely saying God bless America. That might actually see a rise, and please don't use a lot of your capital in coins like this. I've only used 0.5 Solana, which is just above $100, and you know, it's made 600%, 700% now in a day, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, look out for Trump tickers. There's going to be so many Trump tickers out there for tomorrow as well. But it'll be interesting to see what Trump actually does after inauguration, and if that continues to rise. If he actually does mention it and does like a proper rollout and a campaign for the meme coin, then I kind of think that is going much higher than where it already is. And always look at the true value. Don't look at the fully diluted value, because you know, this could actually do some numbers. But yeah, God bless America is one that we had in our chat at 20K market cap. There was another one as well, which was Baron as well. We did have Baron in our group chat. I think someone actually became goated today, Amir. They did 125x. Yeah, someone actually became goated. I think it was Shads, which is absolutely insane as well. So yeah, we're currently calling all of these coins in the cryptoverse market in the Telegram. So yeah, keep a lookout for some of those ones. There are a few other coins that might see some political gains as well, such as the lovely Dodgecast. This is something that I caught at 1.8 million. You know, within the group chat called it. It did have that initial run up to 45 million, but as we know, Ethereum did kind of like take a hit as soon as, you know, Trump mentioned his meme coin was on Solana. A lot of people kind of like pivoted to Solana meme coins, and we saw a big crash. You know, a lot of people selling, as it is a political meme coin. They would have went towards Trump to get more gains, but you know, Dodgecast is something that will return. You know, it bounced it bounced very quick off that 10 mil bottom right there, within actual, you know, a few hours, and it went straight back up to 22 million. So I do see this rising back up, as Dodgecast will be premiered with Elon on X. It will be going live every single week, I think, but it hasn't been announced yet. When that Elon candle comes,
you're making me FOMO, man. I'm gonna go buy it right now.
Probably to about 300 mil market cap. Probably non-financial advice, of course.
No financial advice.
Of course, yeah. But yeah, there's another one as well, which we do have in our group chat, which is Frog. You know, there are some great artworks for Frog. You know, it looks like Pepe. It's kind of like cute. It did pump all the way to 700. I think it was 750 mil market cap. And then it started to have like a heavily decrease. So now I'm looking at meme coins that do have some value that they can run back up. You know, I think this is something that does have potential to run back up. I will be placing some buys into Frog, and then I'll probably make that known in the group chat when I do make the buys. But it does look like it's at a good critical discount right now to make it back up to its highs. But yeah, that's something that I'm currently looking at. And then even if we just go back onto Trump as well, you know, he's currently looking at reinstating TikTok as it did get banned. And a lot of people are now saying thank you, Trump, because Trump is trying to get TikTok back. So you never know. You know, Trump, he was hated at first, but now it seems like he's starting to win a lot of people over, especially from the meme coin and through, you know, stuff like this where, you know, he's taking the powers back as well. So yeah, that's it from me.
What? All right, I'm gonna bring. I got something to share. I have a couple of we all take misses here, every now and then. We all fade stuff every now and then, and I get a call from the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Remy Rye himself, and he's like, "You need to buy Peanut," and I was like, "What?" No. Like I wasn't around my machine, and I just kind of brushed it off because, as a lot of my followers know, I haven't been in the meme game. I tend to more stick to fundamentals and analytical trading, but I changed that recently this year because I did fade a few memes. And what was the market cap when you shared Peanut with me, brother? Do you remember?
I don't remember. No, I know that I was kind of like heavily shilling it around 27K market cap.
I was gonna say, I think it was around 37K. There's been some epic calls that you've made that have just been great. There is a lot of money to be made in meme coins, in crypto, but it is also very important to remember that, we only gamble, like you said earlier, you put 0.05 Solana in, so one of the ones that I've done well with recently is called Fart Boy. And Fart Boy is actually based off of a novel series. There's quite a bit around it, and the art has been fantastic. The community has been great, and they're building. And if you see this chart here, they've really, they came from nothing and then rocked it all the way up. Everybody thought it was dead, and then it's just been going. And when we're looking at, this chart, it's definitely in a wedge, and it's still early. This is one, folks, that is still early. It is only at, how do I shrink out of this now that I did that? I believe it's at a $4 million market cap at the moment.
Cheap. That's cheap.
Kind of a thing. And a lot of the big sales and crashes and people that were holding large bags, they're gone. They've already left. So there's a little share, and always play wisely. But I thought I'd share that with the community. The people that have been around that have been great in it, and there is rumor that this is going on to exchange. How this was actually brought to my attention was through a guy on Twitter. If we just get into Twitter, and it should just automatically log me in here. Sorry, I had this set up before, but I had to change. Hey, look, Remy Rye, you're live, brother.
How many people have we got watching?
Right now, well, we normally don't say because, Amir gets a little camera shy, but we're just 1,954.
Wow.
Amazing.
So I was introduced to this in this group. Oops. Through CoinSkid. Why is that not working? Why is that not letting me go? There we are. So CoinSkid, I've been following CoinSkid for years. He's a very well technical analysis. This man is called XRP. I can't tell you for how long. If you're another person, I'll always prop to people out there that do good work in the industry. If you're not following CoinSkid, I would get on it. He's the one that's kind of, grabbed a hold of this and found this. And I mean, if you look at this this is so strange to me coming from somebody that normally trades proper coins, but I now have a fart folio. I have Unicorn Fart Dust, I have Fart Coin, and I have Fart Boy. And I'll tell you right now, those three tokens are outperforming all of my majors, which I don't understand.
It's outperforming the S&P as well.
By a mile, it's
embarrassing. Embarrassing.
So it's one of those things that when we look at and we compare charts, right now it's mirroring Fartcoin. And this went up to, I think, a 7 million total market cap. and then it got flushed out by all the whales, went all the way down to 900K, and then it's already back to at almost 500. So there's a nice call for all those in the group that we're looking for something from myself. Remy's been throwing a few out there. We had great analysis from the goat himself. We need to, hold on.
Oh, that looks
there
nice.
we go. You know, and it is always play smart, but there's some things. Now it looks like we got some questions coming in because we were asking for them. Something I want to address early on, a comment was made. I didn't want to leave you out. Just got Sam for 3K. Watch out for the new Safeguard Telegram scam. I'm not in really much Telegram, so if you guys, well, I know you two are. It's actually the only group I'm in is yours. So clearly, there's going to be a lot of scams around this year. Always be very diligent with it. You got some fans here, Remy.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up?
We love the mutants.
We love you all. So we do have a couple of questions. I want to see if I can get to them. I'm just scrolling through all of our comments here. And this comes from Mr. Darmac. Thoughts on Glorp and Selfie? I know neither of those two, so I'm going to lean on you for that.
I have no clue as well.
There's so many tokens in space. There's...
You want to see if you want to, one of you want to pull one of those up, and I can go through a couple of things while you're doing that.
I can do that.
What we can do is we can search deck screen. I've got one up on deck screen, and now it's at 3 mil market cap.
You want me to analyze it?
I guess with this, if I go towards now, let's see how long it's been in action for. It's been in action for quite some time, actually. Haven't heard of this one. It's looking like it's at the bottom.
Looks good, you know.
All-time high of 15 mil. I mean, the buyers are kind of like risk off. I'm not too sure about the Glorp meme. It's probably a TikTok trend. I'm not into TikTok right now, so haven't seen it at the moment. So that's probably why. But if it's been around, if it's been around since April 2024 and it's handled all the dips and it's came back up, I guess if it's starting to show signs of it trying to come back up, then it's not a bad shout. If you like it, if you've seen the community, I guess that's one thing you want to look at if the community is good. And then from that point onwards, it's the test of strength, and it's been here since April 2024, like I said. So if that's the case, then it seems like it's a strong coin. If it's still in the millions, it's not died completely. So that's good signs. Volume's 161K is a bit light on the volume, so it might take some time to actually do that again. And if it's a narrative driven coin, then you could just see it spike up straight away. But if it's not, then it might take some time before it actually starts to creep back up, especially on the meme coin. I presume a lot of people are starting to sell now, maybe because of Trump as well. So a lot of people are starting to get into Trump coins and fart coins as well. So yeah, it's probably worth checking the bubble maps and seeing the distribution of it. Probably is good if there is a lot of if it's been here for quite some time, then it's probably good. The best thing to do is to copy and paste that contract address if you are in our Telegram, and then see the top holders and see how that's distributed. I guess with this, we will have to wait for the bubble maps to pop up. Bubble maps are taking some time right now, so one holder's holding 4.061, which is quite big.
Some big holders there.
It is, yeah. There's quite some big holders. My bubble maps isn't showing up properly, but I guess with this one, we'll probably have to take this one away and probably analyze next week.
And then another comment we had from on WLFI on Sol. You guys know anything about that one?
Yeah, so this one was World Liberty Fi. So I think this one was something that I was looking at, actually, the one on Solana as well. I think I did have a low entry in this. I'm just making sure I've got the right one. It might be this one. I think there was one that reached 4 mil market cap, actually. This is the oldest one that I know of. So I'll probably just double check and see if it is. Okay.
freaking memes. There's a million of the same name.
Yeah, there is, and I think this one's well, it's got the name, it's got WLFI, and I guess if the Trump narrative was in, it did run all the way up from what was the 800k market cap all the way to 4 mil, and then died all the way back down to 800k market cap. I mean, if Trump is still mentioning Liberty Fi, which we presume he will, maybe that was just the pico of it, maybe that 4 mil, but I guess it depends on how prevalent Liberty Fi get within the space. Always use small amounts of capital if you are entering in coins like this. Is a meme coin, of course.
Yeah, that to me just looks like a dead chart. That's no offense. That to me just looks like a dead chart.
It looks like Burj Khalifa.
It's narrative based, isn't it? So as you see, it's just died. So when the narrative came, ran up first and then died for quite some time, and it could do the same where it just dies for some time because it's narrative based.
I get it. We've broken 1,000 followers, guys. One of the questions I had, I'm not going to post it on there, was Fart Boy. You can learn the website was fartboysoul.com. It has everything on that if you want to check that out. One of the questions we got earlier was, hi, gents. Most of us work 2 to 3 jobs and are too late for the trade alerts inside the group. Can you please create a copy trading account in GMGN for us to copy the trades? We'll talk about that. We'll get back to you next week. We're not going to say yes or no to that. But it's looking like that is the questions that we've been getting for the show. Gentlemen, you guys got anything else?
No, I was going to say it looks like GBA is probably coming for an entry now as well. So if anyone wanted to kind of like look at that GBA God Bless America chart, it does look like it is going to go for that retracement. Probably hits. I don't know. It's because it's narrative based. It could just pop up at some point whenever Elon or Trump says God Bless America, and then all of a sudden everyone's looking for a God Bless America coin, and you're in it. So. As I said, I've been in since 20k market cap. I have done about a 5x, so please be careful. Don't use too much of your capital. But it does look like it's starting to come down now for an entry. If you did want to play something, it has held a nice steady floor going upwards. So yeah, that was it. That was it from me.
And one more thing to add to the. Can you share my screen, Canna? One more thing I want to add that we're offering,
sure I can,
Telegram at the moment. So these are, as you can see on the screen, these are this month's prices. Prizes for the top callers in our group. So if you join our Telegram and you send some calls in, and you make everyone money and a lot of excess for them. The first person in that list will get $200 for this month. For the second place, you get $100. Third place, $50. So in the vault at the moment,
Telegram. Where do we find that link? We have a question from Wayland. Or Wayland?
Yeah, if you just send a message or a DM to the CRYPTOVERS3 _ Twitter, we'll handle it.
Yeah. Man.
How you feeling for some quick TA on XRP there, Amir?
Yeah, I can do that for sure.
We have one asking some XRP. We're actually starting to get the questions, so let's answer them if you still got some energy.
Yeah, man, of course.
Your screen is just loading up. There you are. Our screen is live, brother.
Okay, let's go on XRP quickly.
While it gets that loaded, if you, at 1,048 of you listening, if you're not following Mr. Goated on Twitter, it's probably a good idea. Mr. Remy Rye on Twitter, myself, Canna, Crypto Pope. And we'll be coming at you every Sunday with shows like this, with some calls. I'll have all of my plays coming next week as well. And always feel free on all of these platforms to send us any questions or comments, and we will try to get to them as we can.
Oof,
love you.
It's crazy.
XRP has just been great. I mean, another shout out to Coins Kid. This guy, speaking of following and people to pay attention to, he's been calling XRP better than anybody I've ever seen call a token. It's just been amazing. And it's always tough to do this, guys, when you're at all-time highs and in price discovery. So this is where your fibs come in, and really understanding, market mentality and the indicators that we use. I don't know if I personally would be chasing to get into XRP right now myself, but if you've been in it, I would still be holding myself personally for sure.
Look at this, guys. Look at this. So XRP was sitting in the previous bear market. It didn't really perform that much. Sorry, in the previous bull run, it didn't really perform that much compared to other tokens. So, it's just broken. So in this cycle, it broke really prematurely before any other coin in this cycle, and it's gone absolutely crazy. As you can see, we got a close above the previous all-time high, which was at around 160 to 196, and we stayed above it. We stayed above the 10 and 20 EMAs. Volume was absolutely parabolic. Look at the volume, how it just went up like that. It just spiked. This is real institutional demand, I think. I think there's serious money in XRP. That's why these areas are holding really well compared to other assets. Other assets are just dipping harder, but XRP is holding really well. There's serious, holders in XRP at the moment, and because it's a serious coin, a lot of banks are actually partners with XRP. They're going to be replacing the SWIFT network, which is what the banks use at the moment to broadcast transactions, across the world. SWIFT network is used, and SWIFT network is a very old system. So now these banks are trying to develop and find new ways for them to do their banking. And XRP Ledger is going to be used for that purpose. It's going to be used to partner. They're going to be partnering with banks to try and solve that problem with them. There's actually a lot of other tokens as well that are doing something similar. They want to try and replace the SWIFT network. And one of the coins that I've been looking at recently was XDC. XDC is a very similar concept to XRP, and we actually got into at CryPTOVERS. We got in at 5 cents. So I sent in the analysis at 5 cents in the Majors Lounge. So if I go back to it right now, I will show you guys. I think it was here, wasn't it? Yeah. So we got in. So whenever I sent a new project in the group, I give an explanation of what that project is and what they're trying to solve. And we got in XRP literally at 5 cents, and when it was at 700 million market cap. And if we go on coin market cap right now on XRP, so on XDC, it should be, oh god. So if you go on XDC right now on CoinMarketCap, I love this website, by the way, CoinMarketCap. If you're new to crypto, this is a website where you can check all the tokens and all the information about a specific token that you're looking for, and you can see what exchanges they're listed on. It shows you all the information that you need to get into a coin. Look at that, guys. It's literally right now at a 2 billion market cap, and it's got so much potential as well, and it's holding really nicely, just like XRP.
I'd say it almost looks identical to the chart.
Minor pullbacks with this coin, and it just goes on and on and on.
And I think with the pullbacks, we'll probably see a pullback or a quick wick into those areas of consolidation that were there before the big breakouts on both XRP and XDC.
Yeah,
but you never know, man. These things, this is the stage of the market where sometimes being on the sidelines is more detrimental. No one's ever going to time the bottoms. No one's ever going to time the tops, but being on the sidelines can really hurt you in a bull run. If you're trying to swing trade too much or scalp too much and you're not experienced at it, sometimes it's just better to ride out those highs and lows or reaccumulate on those lows. Just keep buying those dips. If you have conviction in those, obviously not financial advice, of course, only ever play with what you can afford to lose.
Exactly. And one thing about exiting as well, it's very it sounds easy, but it's actually very hard. Obviously buying is
exit's the hardest part. Entry is no problem. Exit's the problem.
And yeah, exactly. And one advice I would give to people, obviously it's not financial advice, but this is what Wall Street does. Only 1% of the market actually does this, and the other 99% they get eaten up alive, and they become exit liquidity. What they do is they scale out, they start scaling out small percentages of their portfolio as the market creates new highs. So for example, I entered at this area, right? I've already taken 15% of my portfolio out in this area, and it's gone down. I've already done that. So this is something that you could implement. You could even use NFA OFC indicators, such as the critical greed and fear, right? You can use that on the daily or the weekly, and that will tell you literally when the market is overbought and it's time to take profits out. So I actually use that as well. It's very helpful.
I love those indicators, man.
I love it, man. It's so good. Honestly, it just comes with your strategy perfectly. All the knowledge that you have, everything you put on top, and you just get the clear picture. It's really nice. Yeah.
Remy, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
I didn't know. I think we've kind of like covered everything that I had covered for this segment. I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been listening and watching. It does look like Trump wants to go towards 70 billion in FDV again, $14 billion in market cap. Which, with this, we might start to see again, a bit of a Solana flush out on some of your meme coins as everyone kind of like rotates back to Trump in time for inauguration tomorrow. But of course, we're still holding our conviction bags. And then if we do see, slight dips within the UFD or something like that, we will probably try and take those trades as well, which is great. We kind of like want that to happen. We want it to be a thing where, these coins kind of like go down and give us like better entries. Like Amir says, you don't want to be buying UFD at 450 million, and then all of a sudden you see that pullback all the way to 200 mil, because those are psychological selling areas that people will try and get out the market and try and catch it again. I mean, even now, like it did go to 400, we're starting to see a slight dip now to 363 with UFD. I guess with this chart, there have been short buys and sells and short wicks. It does come down here, and then all of a sudden it flies back up to 500 mil, as we've seen. Went to 300 mil, went all the way down to 190, and then it flew all the way to 400 mil. So these dips are quite short, so you might want to play along with the trend if you do have that trading bag, but also make sure that you've got a holding bag as well that you're not touching. I think, Amir, you play with a trading bag and a holding bag, don't you? You've got both.
So everything that I'm holding, I trade it as well. So even if I lose, eventually the market will go. It's a bull run, obviously. The market will go up, but obviously you have to use good strategies. You have to have knowledge about the market to be able to trade it. So I recommend, get started, but with a small capital. And trading is all a game of patience and a game of probability. So you want to make sure you're in the market at the highest probable level that you think that you got a chance of winning. And so you don't want to risk too much in the market, and you will go through periods of where you will become very emotional because of your losses, but you will eventually become numb to it. And as you go forward, the universe will bring you more knowledge. If you want to really, really succeed at trading, the universe always somehow finds a way to bring you the right content and give it to you. And it's your decision to take that content and learn as much as you can. And then eventually all of the things that you learn will come all together, and it will become like a native language to you, charting. For me, when I look at a chart, I know exactly what it's telling me when I look at it, and you will get there as you work hard towards that mission.
We got Unicorn Fart Dust up on there. Again, back to our Fartfolio, UFD, Fart Coin, and the new one that we introduced you guys tonight, Fart Boy, fartboysoul.com if you need the token address. I love it. We do have a couple more questions. Do you want to entertain them? We have been on for about an hour and 20 minutes. You do have 174 viewers at the moment. I'm going to throw it out there because obviously Canna is short for cannabis. Coming up to Trump, I think Bitcoin hits 106,420.
Jeez.
I think that's where we're going to go, and we're going to see our pullback, make a new high, a little bit of a pullback, because it'll be, or it could just freaking just go through the moon. It is Bitcoin at the end of the day. But if I had to pick a number, I'm going with 106,420. If you have a number in mind, Amir, Ryan, let me know.
69, 106, 69.
106969. Love it.
What's that for Trump inauguration tomorrow? Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's obviously going to have to talk about crypto now. I wasn't sure before his coin launch whether or not during his inauguration and all that if he would be talking about crypto. I don't think there's a possibility that he can't right now, with obviously launching his meme coin. So it's going to be interesting to say the least of what that can do.
Yeah, I'll go with 108069. I'll go a little bit higher than you guys.
All right, I like it. What do we got here? We got Liha.
Yeah, so we got a comment from someone on the YouTube for Lihua. I think we've got a few people in our group chat as well, on our private Telegram, such as Juan, who are quite bullish on something like this. It is an XRP meme. Of course, XRP memes did have that little spike up, I think, at the start of the year, where XRP started to run as well. And I think something like this, it is a bit similar to FWG, where the artwork is kind of like nice. Of course, with coins like this, what you want to do is you want to go to their Twitter and check it out. So even if I just go to their Twitter, I can see what it's about. And with things like this, I kind of look at like the artwork. I look at 1K. I look at the artwork. I look at how many people they've got following. Look at the community, and the artwork is quite cute on this, which I do like. And I was looking at it before the stream. And if I do jump into XRP memes, maybe this will probably be like my first dabble in XRP memes. But for now, I'll hold off for a little bit, but I'll get some more information on something like this. But it looks like XRP memes are starting to crop up now out of the woodwork.
Crazy. How many followers on Twitter?
They've got 2.5K.
2.5K. That's decent. I think once you break around that 1,000K mark, 2,000 mark, you're starting to make a name for yourself in the community, because meme coin community is still pretty small for the most part. So that's a healthy sign in that regard. I know nothing about, I didn't even know XRP had memes till right now, to be honest.
Yeah. So similar to what happened with the Tron meme cycle, there were so many Tron memes that popped off. It looks like XRP is starting to get some meme coins now as well. So so shout out to the guys that have been asking for some XRP memes. This is probably like one of the only ones I'll probably be looking at. So I'll get some more information on this one, and then probably we'll talk about it next week.
Nice. That one was for you, Suma. Thanks for the question. Once again, guys, and we're streaming on multiple different platforms and on channels. And you can always comment on any one of those channels, or however you're watching this here today. And we'll try to get to your questions if we can.
Yeah. I think that's everything. I don't think there's anything more for myself. Amir, do you have anything more?
No, I don't have anything more. And man, we're gonna be continuing this podcast every Sunday, and we're gonna have a lot of fun, man. We're gonna share a lot of knowledge. Yeah, it will be great to meet you guys again.
Trade smartly, people. Thanks for coming out. Remember, give us all a follow. It really helps, keeps us encouraged to do what we do. Outside of that, this is where I guess we say it is the end.
I love that. Peace, guys. Appreciate you guys.
Take care, guys. All right.